Hey, it's me, GV, and welcome to a boss guide for The Last Judge. This is definitely the hardest boss in the game thus far that I personally have seen, and I've gotten past The Last Judge from a different route, basically. This one is tough, so we're gonna kind of go through everything here, and hopefully this video will help you defeat The Last Judge in Silksong. Let's get into the guide. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this one is hard. This is going to really trip people up here. I'm going to show you the run back as well. This run back is annoying as hell. If you know of a faster route to get to this boss, let us all know in the comment section below, although I don't think there is unless there's just a major secret that I missed. Yeah, the fact that they put such a big run back here, I'm just really surprised because that little fly at the beginning is super annoying to get around as well. So rip to the run back, and yeah, The Last Judge, man, oh man. So this was what I was hoping for. I was kind of going through this game and I was like, okay, a lot of these bosses are pretty doable. I want like a big hefty challenge like in Hollow Knight, and boy oh boy was this one that. So make sure to always grab your cocoon, and if you need to heal, you can do it from grabbing your cocoon and then healing while the Last Judge lands down and then you know, start screaming. Make sure to heal and be at full health during that time. Alright, so this attack sucks and it's her bread and butter. As soon as you see her start spinning her little sensor around, you need to dash away. That thing comes out immediately and it hits you for 2 mats. So as soon as you see her start whirling her little, you know, sensor around, just get the heck out of there. Basically, the way this fight goes, a lot of hit and run. If you get the timing of her attacks down well, you can kind of dash out, dash in, get kind of a running attack or maybe a couple attacks in depending on your crest. This is the Reaper crest, by the way. And then rinse and repeat. A lot of dashing in and dashing out, because right there you'll see she'll throw her sensor as well. She'll kind of like wind up like she's throwing a football, and then you want to dash out and just get beyond the range. You can stay within the chain, by the way, but the way that I was playing, I was just kind of like waiting for her to throw the sensor and just getting right out of the range of it and then dashing back in. So again, a lot of dashing out and dashing back in, and when she hits you, as you can see here, you get hit for 2 masks from pretty much all of her attacks. Welcome to Silksong, because everything deals 2 masks of damage. Now, we already took her into phase 2 here, which just goes to show if you are just constantly hitting her, you will get through that first phase very easily. The only thing we didn't really talk about is that she'll do a lot of jump slams, especially when you're getting up to a wall. She will kind of like jump slams, which gives you time to dash under her. So don't freak out, just dash under her. That's kind of why she jumps, is to let you get space. And those jump slams are super easy to avoid as well. Yeah, they just basically give you time to hit her a whole bunch and reposition yourself. So eventually when you deal enough damage, this only is 1 weapon upgrade, by the way. She will enter phase 2, which gets way harder. So big tip for this fight, which I didn't even utilize, you can use that magma pin or brooch or whatever, the thing that you get really early that reduces fire damage. Yeah, you can use that here, FYI, which will probably make or break some of these fights. So the big thing with this section is everything deals fire damage, and now there's just tons of aftershock effects. It's basically the same attacks as the first phase, but now there's just going to be a lot of things you have to avoid after the fact. So let's talk about it. So right here, when she does the throw the football sensor thing, it's going to explode. So dodge it the same way in the first phase. Just do not stand near it, because now it will explode with fire damage. Also, now every time that she hops towards you, there's going to be a delayed explosion afterwards. This one's easy, and this is where you want to hit her. So jump over the fire and then try to get like 2 to 3 hits in, depending on your crest, after that as well. That's the best one to punish, because you just jump and then get close and then hit her a whole bunch. Also, now when she spins her sensor very quickly, again, don't stand too close to her, now there's going to be fire waves coming out. This one's super easy to avoid. You just have to stand in the middle of the fire waves, but honestly, it just sucks because you don't really have a good opportunity to punish her. But as you can see here, best punish right here. It's so good, and every time you stun her like this, make sure to take the time to heal, set up traps, or get in as many hits as you can. Now, when she charges like this, you need to jump over her and make sure you do not land where there are steam clouds. That one really, really sucks. That's really what makes this boss fight hard, is that you have to basically get ready to jump over her when she dashes at you, and then also make sure you're not landing in a steam cloud, because that's just going to deal the most damage to you. Honestly, this fight is a little bit BS. Like, that right there, I don't know if I should have been hit there, and again, everything dealing 2 masks of damage really is just so annoying, especially with like how few mask upgrades you even get at this point. You know what I mean? So this one might get nerfed. I'm playing this, you know, on day 1 patch, whatever. So yeah, this might get a little bit easier. We'll see. But again, basically all I'm doing is every time she does a jump slam, I am, you know, really relishing that moment, because that means all I have to do is jump once and then get close to her and get 2 to 3 hits in. Also, you can get a charge attack, by the way, if you don't know, so you can go all the way to the west and kind of where we are now, but like sort of like southwest in the area before this to get a charge attack, which I don't really use in this fight, but if you like that style, you know, you could be charging the attack and then basically getting 2 hits on her for the price of 1. That is a, you know, something that you can do if you so wish. Also, I do have that skull brooch again in the top left, which means if I am about to die, it will save me once, which is very nice to have. Definitely not critical, especially if you want to get this fight totally down. But yeah, basically I'm just waiting for her to enter the final phase, which is really just kind of one more new attack where she'll basically non-stop send out fire waves. So that's really the only new thing as far as I know that she adds. So when I see that happening, that's when I'm throwing all my tools out. But to be honest, you can throw all of your tools out in the second phase pretty much at any time, because you want to get this second phase down quick, because yeah, this second phase is so much harder than the first phase, meaning as soon as she starts to enter the second phase, if you're using tools, that's probably the best time to just, you know, throw all the tools possible directly on top of her. In addition, I'm using the Reaper Crest, so every time I bind and heal, I am looking for opportunities to pick up those orbs that I'm generating, because that'll give me more silk, more time to heal. The big thing with this fight, too, is keep in mind, again, this whole game seems to give you a lot of time to heal. So if you are in dire straits, just don't freak out. Basically, try to get to the other side of the map, and every animation that this last judge does pretty much takes so long that you can get a heal off. I don't even know why I stood close to this, but immediately I'm like, okay, I'm going to heal, because I know by the time she gets over to me, I will have time to heal. So yeah, that's pretty much the fight. Basically just looking for opportunities for her to jump up and slam down. I'm immediately trying to close the gap and then jumping over the aftershock and dealing as much damage as possible. Keeping my distance from her, because she will, you know, just do that. Yeah, she'll hit you immediately with that sensor attack, which is so annoying. So there I throw all of my traps onto her, and then here's that final new attack where basically she just keeps creating fire waves. Not a big deal. If you're having a tough time with the fire, just keep in mind that you can get that brooch that reduces the fire damage. And then after she does do that big fire attack, just know that she will basically crouch and is begging you to hit her as many times as you possibly can. So here I'm going to go in on her a bit, because I know that I need to get a charge for a heal. So I see her that she's doing that jump thing. So I'm like, okay, so now's the time for me to heal. I see the sensor gets thrown out, so I'm immediately just running to the edge of the screen and popping the heal. I also pop the juice that gives you faster attack, but honestly, I don't think it really comes into play all that much. I just really do not use the tools really all that much in this game. And then here we go. We're getting her down here. She is going to be being defeated. She's going to be defeated very soon here. So we just have to basically lock in. Again, always looking for that jump attack, because that's the best time to go in on her. Anytime she throws the sensor, immediately just giving it a wide berth just like that. Although, again, fantastic time to heal. Also notice I don't use my silk skills basically this entire fight. I just honestly, like I said, when I play this game, I really just like attacking, dodging, attacking, dodging. I really just don't like spamming, you know, skills and tools. It's just really not my style, I guess you could say. So jump slam again, jumping over the aftershock, landing, hitting her, and that's going to do it. Now, I totally forgot she does this at the end here. She explodes. So don't do what I do. get the heck away from her because she's going to explode and I think hit you for 2 masks of damage, meaning she will kill you. And I don't know if it counts. I don't know if, like, you know, killing her there will still count or not. But yeah, just run away from her when she's doing this because she's just going to explode, and learn from my mistake there. Anyways, that is the last judge. Is it the lost judge or the last judge? One of the two. The last judge, I believe. Boss fight defeated. Sincerely hope this guide helps because I know this one is going to really mess with people. Subscribe for more guides. I'm sure it's only going to get even harder from here on out. Thanks for watching.